You're asking about the students and what are the benefits to the students of this facility. Well, I have to say up front, first of all, the facility is really designed for agricultural research. It's not specifically designed for students, although students will be using it in the research that's ongoing here. So we need to understand that up front. However, for instance, for me, this semester, the benefits are that I will be able to bring students over here to show them. I talk about what ASTM standards are, and we look at our lab and say these don't meet the standards, but we can bring them over here and show them this lab where the standards are actually met, and then we can show them the different things that are available to them. Also, we're going to be doing some research over here from the products that I was talking about earlier, so they will have an opportunity to work in this room as well once we get it fully equipped. It's not quite there yet, but once it is, we'll be able to do testing of all different kinds. But as I said, it's mainly set up for research, so it depends on what level. The graduate student, for instance, will benefit from this more than the undergraduate students at this point, although we have a lot of undergraduate research ongoing on campus, and so that could benefit from this facility as well. We have two rooms. The first room, the one that we're in right here, is a preparation room. It's a room that's set up to prepare foods, to prepare wine, to prepare samples, then to serve to people in the second room or possibly a third room. The second room is actually a sensory room. It's where we do what's called difference testing for sensory. And in that room we would have panelists set up and they would receive samples that are prepared in the preparation room we described first, and then they would test the samples in a controlled environment where we have barriers set up so that they're focused on the samples that they're testing. We have various controls in that room. We have humidity control, we have temperature control, we have lighting control. We have sound barriers. We have all kinds of things in those rooms to meet what are called ASTM standards, a third-party company that sets standards up for sensory rooms.
How I wound up at Fresno State and studying a career, and not only an academic career, but an actual career in entomology and IPM, is actually I had a career in banking for 15 years in the Bay Area, specifically San Francisco. And I worked for one of the top 3 companies, and a group of us all got together and we're talking about how we're all going to have to admit now, 15 years later, that we are in a career. And I realized that banking is not the career I wanted. So I left banking and returned back to college in Modesto, and I met a great teacher named Mr. Morales, and he was my plant science teacher and really inspired me to go into agriculture because he was the agricultural science teacher. From there, I found my passion and love for agriculture and working with the community in Modesto. When it was time to choose a school, I applied to all schools and I got accepted to a majority of them. But I chose Fresno State because it is the #1 center for agriculture, and we have so many resources here through Extension, USDA, corporate, and just even local growers. And so that's why I chose Fresno State. At Fresno State, I met Dr. Jorge Gonzalez, and he is the entomologist here, and he saw my curiosity for insects and really helped me find my passion for entomology and IPM. And since then, I got an internship at the USDA 3 years ago under Dr. Christopher Wallace, who is a plant pathologist and studies plants defense compounds. Met a bunch of other people like Dr. Rodrigo Krugner, who is an entomologist there, and just fell in love with agriculture and had an opportunity even to volunteer across the street at UC Extension with Dr. Dahlberg and meet people like Dr. Ken Dane and wonderful people in ag. So why not? It's amazing. This facility means to me, it's almost a dream come true. It's very surreal to be here because there is so much we can do in Fresno, and hearing President Castro make a commitment to his students, to the community, to make this school a very strong agricultural school, and then to have our community back that up is pretty amazing. It gives me goosebumps when I think about it. And then just having access again to resources and people who already have that knowledge to bring that here for all of us to work together to help somebody down the street solve a problem like their irrigation or a disease that's happening or a new insect that they've seen, it's pretty amazing. And it's just down the street from us.